Oh, so I watched Godzilla, or as Japanese people would call it in Japanese movies that are Godzilla, Godzilla. And I watched Godzilla minus one. Yes! And I'll tell you what, man, I've been wanting to watch that so bad. And dude, I've been wanting to watch it so bad. Why? Because Asians make top-notch movies. He said it. He said it. Asians make top-notch movies. The only culture that gives them a run for their money making movies or whatever culture it is that are so white with blonde hair. It could be like, Sweden or Denmark or like Germans, Dude, and I don't, I watched Godzilla minus one, and dude, I'm watching it. I started it, and for the first time ever, Godzilla is finally scary. For the first time. He walks over hunched and all that. And it's a hero's journey. This dude, this kamikaze pilot, fails, didn't do the kamikaze thing, instead landed, and they were like, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, my plane didn't really work right. And he was like, well, really, it looks fine. And you realize, oh, this guy's a POSSY, okay? And so it's the whole journey is now he's shamed. People are like, that's the guy. We lost the war. He's part of the reason. And he's got to get back up on his feet and prove he's worth something. Oh, man. And let me tell you, when I cried. And let me tell you this, though, dude. Okay? I'm watching the movie, and guess what? The first scene happens, Godzilla is in it, it's amazing, and then it gets immediately boring for about 30 minutes. And I get it. They're trying to develop the characters, and okay. But I go, do I like this movie? Or is this going to be one of those movies that I think I'm pretty pissed off about how boring it is? Now, I like boring movies. I love boring movies. Boring movies are some of my favorite movies, but not if it's going to be Godzilla. If it's going to be Godzilla, put Godzilla in it all the time, okay? So I'm like, if you made a boring movie and it's about Godzilla, I get pissed. So right now, halfway through the movie, I'm like, is this called Godzilla minus one because it's minus one action scene and there should be more? Okay? And I'm upset. And I go, come on, dude. Then they really ramp it up, and Godzilla's in it so much, right? And he just keeps on being in it, and it's so good, and it's a hero's journey, and the kamikaze pilot finally gets the courage to do what he needs to do, and I go, oh my God, by the end of the movie, I'm crying. Kristen looks over, and I'm no bitch, but now that I think about it, it was the same day that she drove me in the car, and dude, she laughed at me a little bit, and I don't care. I own it, dude. I cried, and it was a good movie, and I watched it finally, and I paid for it. I paid for it because I was trying to watch the movie, and I couldn't, and it wasn't. I even have this app called Just Watch, and you go on it, and you could see where you can watch it, and it gives you all sorts of, like, you don't, apps you don't even know about it. You're like, oh, they have this on Tinder? You can watch the whole movie? And it'll tell you where to watch it. And I looked it up, and it wasn't on anything. So I thought the movie was just going to be in Japanese theaters and then some American theaters, and that's it forever. And then it came up on the iTunes or whatever they call it now, the movies and Apple. I bought it, $50. I go like this, oh, they want me to rent it for $4.99 or buy it for $50? Buy it for $50, buy it for $50. And the next day, it came out on the Netflix. Waste of money, but I'm fine with it. But it's a hero's journey, but you should watch it, dude. It's crazy. I love it. I loved it. Japanese people really kill it. Asian people kill it with the movies. It's crazy how much acting in Japanese is so, I mean, dude. Never mind. Yeah, it's like, all right, Chris, They always, yeah. The words don't match up with the emotion that they're doing because they're always like, and it's just like, I'll have cake.